Hello, class. This presentation is about SSH. I am Christiana Afriye, and I will be going over this presentation. So content is keyword, what is SSH, features, type, open SSH, hardening, telnet versus SSH, and SSH versus SSH1 versus SSH2. Some keywords are SSH, open SSH, harden, SDSA, ECDSA, RSA, and Telnet. So what is SSH? SSH is a secure socket shell, also known as secure shell. It's a network protocol that gives users, more so systems, administrators, a secure way to access a computer over an unsecured network, referred to as the suite of utilities that implement the SSH protocol. It provides strong password authentication, public key authentication, and encrypted data communication between two computers connecting over an open network such as the internet. And they are widely used by network administrators to manage systems and applications remotely. Some advantages are it provides privacy of data through strong encryption, authenticates the proof of identity of senders and receivers, allows you to back, forward, or encrypt other THC-based sections, provide functionality, and it can compress data, meaning it can improve the performance and bandwidth usage of the connection. Some disadvantages of SSH include SSH does not allow you to run GUI tools. Since we are using Linux and we are not allowed to use GUI, that is one clear example. It can protect users from attacks made through other protocols. SSH protocol is not entirely secure and it is complex, meaning it requires some software and settings to use, and it may not be compatible with some older or simpler devices, like maybe devices made not prior, but early technology. It may not be accessible, and it requires previous knowledge and skills to use properly. Meaning, if a person is not very familiar with it, it will take a little bit longer for them to understand how to use it compared to a person that have been using it for quite a minute. So some features is it uses a client server model that connects a secure shell application, which is the end where the section is displayed, with an SSH server, which is the end where the session runs. Cryptographic network protocol is used for an encrypted connection between client and server. SSH is widely supported across different operating systems like Linux, Unix, Mac OS, Windows, and it enables centralized management of user keys, and it supports various authentication method examples, uh, password-based authentication, public key authentication, ECC, and it uses encryption to protect the section view if captured. So there are three type of keys with SSH, because it's SSH keys like SSH dash or SSH dash key gens. That's how to generate the keys. So there's three types. RSA, which is reverse Shamar admin, is the oldest public key crypto system. It was used to generally to transmit data securely. It is a slow algorithm since no relevant techniques are used to solve the large keys. ECDSA is elliptic curve digital signature algorithm. It's a new digital signature algorithm that uses elliptic curves to enforce an encryption process, and it provides a high level of security with shorter key length. And DSA, which is digital signature algorithm, I feel like a lot of people have heard of DSA because that is what we use the most. It is used to verify the message's origin, sender, and genuine nature. It is used to authenticate messages, verify the originality of messages, and detect spam messages. DSA generate and verify the digital certificate by employing modular exponentiating and discrete logarithm problems. So DSA, we use it a lot, honestly, to send when messages or emails are being sent across. Most of the time, it is DSA that is being implemented. So what is OpenSSH? OpenSSH is a premium connectivity tool for remote login with SSH protocol. It encrypts all traffic to eliminate eavesdropping, connection hijacking, and other attacks. And it provides server daemon and client tools to facilitate secure, encrypted remote control and file transfer operations, and it effectively replaces the legacy tools. So some features of OpenSSH include it has strong cryptography, meaning it uses AES, SHA-256, RSA, as I previously stated, the keys, and it has strong authentication. For example, public keys, one-time passwords, and data compression before encryption improves the performance for slow network links, and it is completely open source. So let's get into some hardening recommendations, 3 hardening recommendations. So disable X11 forwarding. The X11 protocol is not security oriented, and most of the time it is open. Since the reason why it's open is because it opens machines and GUI application, and since it's not needed, it should not be opened. So it is better to close it up so it cannot interfere or cause any security breaches. Use SSH protocol 2. There are 2 types of SSH protocol 1 and 2. 2 is highly recommended since it has strong cryptographic bulk encryption and robust algorithm compared to 1, which 2 was created just in 2002, and it's a better protocol. And disable password-based login. Using passwordless login with SSH keys will increase the trust between 2 Linux servers for easy file synchronization or transfer. So, what is SSH1 versus SSH2? What makes them different? So, SSH1 uses servers and hosts to authenticate systems, while SSH2 only uses host keys to authenticate. 1 is more secure compared to 2, which is less secure. And SSH1 is kind of outdated. Actually, 2 is more secure than 1. It was a slight mistake. And 2 is very much more flexible than 1. So Telnet and SSH are both open source secure shells, but we are focusing on SSH. So we're comparing both of them since they are both open sources and which one is more recommended. And as we know, SSH is more recommended since it runs on more operating system compared to Telnet, which only uses 2, which are Linux and Windows, as we will describe in this slide. So SSH1 runs on port 22, while SSH2 runs on port 23. Although SSH runs on port 22, that is just the default. So you could change it. Telnet runs on 23, and you can't change that. It is set. SSH is best suited for public network, and Telnet is best suited for private network. SSH transfer data in plain text, while Telnet encrypts the data shared between two systems. As I previously stated, SSH is used in most operating systems compared to Telnet, which is used only in Linux and Windows. And SSH requires high bandwidth usage, while Telnet requires low bandwidth usage. These are where I got it from. Thank you so much for watching my video.